Welcome back, everyone, to the Liberty Intelligence Organization Network. Again, we are a news recap show that's going to be going over a bunch of information that we think some people might have missed out on, and it's really important stuff that people really should know. Again, I've made it a little brighter in here. Sometimes I'm going to do that, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I like the darkness. But I talked to the co-founder earlier today, and he mentioned that the videos are really dark, and at first I was thinking, well, I'm covering really dark topics, is that what he means? But no, I realized it was the lighting he was talking about, and again, I'm limited in what I can do because I have a very small fixed budget, but I hope, I turned on an extra light, hopefully that brings enough in here for you guys to see me better, even though I'm not really much to look at. So again, it's not about me or anything like that. This is about the information, and it's about getting you people to become more active and more aware of the world around you. So if you followed us in the last segment, I was talking about NSA data centers and how they're compiling large lists and groups of information about just about all American citizens. And if you've been following us before, then we're talking about the emergence of a police state, and we talked about earlier how they're targeting certain groups of Americans, really all Americans, as the new terrorists. So them having all this data on us really lets them know which groups of people are going to be targeted. Now what we're going to talk about here in this segment is what they're going to do with all the people that they don't think will fit with the New World Order, people they think will resist a New World Order. Well, they actually have places for these types of people, and really if you just go into Google and type in FEMA Camps, F-E-M-A Camps, you'll find tons of information on this. Again, you got to sift through it, but for a long time the FEMA Camps were denied. The government said these do not exist, we have not built these, we are not going to use these for anything. And really most of the FEMA Camps, they didn't really build most of them. Most of them are abandoned military bases. But they are active, there are people there, and recently the government has admitted that they are real. So again, during the Bush administration, they denied all of this. Now they're admitting it's real, but again, a lot of people are going to say, oh, that's because Obama's more transparent. Yeah, but he's still going to use them for the reason that they were set up under the Bush administration. You know, Bush built these camps to lock people away. And really, we have to see if people are going to be locked away under Obama, or if this is going to carry on to whoever the next puppet is. Again, that's how they like to work it. Given the probability that Obama now has a second term and is not facing re-election, and actually has the pardon power, I could totally see him locking people away in the FEMA camps, just based off of what he's done so far. And again, don't think that, oh, I'm bashing Obama. Again, I'd be bashing Romney and saying Romney's probably going to do the same thing too. Again, the only big candidate who I think would not have used these and would have in fact possibly destroyed this FEMA camp agenda is Gary Johnson, and you know, third-party candidates are crushed by the establishment. So basically, they're called FEMA camps. And how we know they're real now is because recently an Army training manual was leaked to the public that talks about re-education camps and how to detain American citizens in re-education camps. And basically that's what they're going to do with all these people. I have a lot of articles on this, so there's links to them. I probably already linked to them in earlier videos because, like I said, I'm way ahead with the links as opposed to the videos. But I really want to talk about these real quick, so I'm going to go through the headlines I got. This one's out of prisonplanet.tv, and it says, Bombshell, FEMA Camps Confirmed, Nightly News, and there's actually a video link to this where you can go watch the InfoWars Nightly News talk about it, so I advise viewers to do that. Again, here's another one, Homeland Security moves to man FEMA camps. Again, they're hiring people to work in the FEMA camps, which leads me to believe that they're going to be used. This one's out of InfoWars.com. And it's by Kurt Nemmer, and again he's an amazing journalist over there with Alex Jones's program, and they really are kicking it to the New World Order, and as I've mentioned earlier, they're actually the ones who have inspired me on a way to do it too. Again, I'm also writing the science fiction novels, which I think are going to expose them as well, but this is a way I can get the information out there at a time when we really need to get out there, because I don't know if when the science fiction novels will be available, or when I will actually get them to the point where I can start publishing. Again, I have the first 2 done, so I can technically publish those, but I want to get further along in the series before I go talking to an agent or a publisher or anything. But here's another one, FEMA getting railways ready for mass evacuations. Again, this ties into everything. They're going to use the railways just like the Nazis used the railways at the concentration camps. FEMA is going to use the railways to take people to re-education camps. Again, there'll probably be a big disaster. They'll say, you need to come with us if you want to survive. They'll load you on a train, and the next thing you know, they're locking you up in a cell and saying, shut up and do what you're told, slave. Again, I'm portraying a New World Order agent right there. Filthy American slaves, how dare you? How dare you want liberty and freedom? How dare you not bend over and bow to our will? That's how they want to rule the world. But I got a bunch of them here. I'm not really going to go through them all. FEMA doc and NDAA could bring martial law crackdown. Again, this one's talking about the document that was released about the FEMA camps, and when you tie that into everything else we've been talking about, it's pretty frightening. Here's another one at InfoWars exclusive: military to designate U.S. citizens as enemy during collapse. And again, I just want to mention this real briefly. 1 minute, I might do another video. I know I got time. I want to mention this real briefly. Again, I haven't started talking about the economic control of the New World Order, but that's also another really important topic. Again, the police state and the economy are probably the 2 most important topics right now. But an economic collapse is inevitable. If anyone's been following the market or even just looking at the prices of the things they buy. Again, I work in retail, so I'm watching the prices jump exponentially. And that's really scary because the economic collapse, again, what I just said, this article, the government, and this is a long article, that actually links to the government document. Again, they might have taken the government document down, but I'm sure InfoWars was able to retain a lot of that information. So, again, they're talking about a collapse. The government is preparing for this economic collapse. And they're saying that when the collapse happens, U.S. citizens are going to be targeted as the enemy. I mean, that's us. We're U.S. citizens, or most of us. Again, if you're in another country watching, it's probably happening in your country too. Because, again, this is a new world order. It's not just one country. This is happening everywhere. So we all need to be aware of this. But I'm in the United States, and most of my friends and family are in the United States, and they're the ones I'm really trying to wake up. Again, I'm trying to wake everybody up, but they're the ones who these videos are directly geared towards hitting with information. So I got 2 more articles here. Again, I got links to them, so go check them out. But I'm going to do another quick time check. Again, I know it's been short, but I want to know how much time I got. Again, I don't think I'm going to have time to get into it in this video, so there you have it. The Army and the military and Department of Homeland Security and FEMA already have these re-education camps set up to lock away American citizens. And if you've been following everything I was talking about, they're gearing this for us. They want to lock us away in these camps. If you like being free, if you like being independent, if you know how to take care of yourself, if you don't want to be a slave, if you don't want to live in the New World Order, if you want to live in the United States, if you're a patriot, they're probably going to try and target you and lock you up in one of these camps. And again, me personally, I already know that they're gunning for me. Again, maybe I'll share a personal story in the next video I'm going to make. Or maybe I'll share a couple of personal stories. Maybe that's what the next one's going to be about. Again, so this has been the Liberty Intelligence Organization Network. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and I hope you guys check out the links. And again, we always encourage people to go to Alex Jones. He really is the leader in all of this. So if you like what I talk about, you'll really like what he's talking about, because he's dead on with it. So again, thanks everyone for joining in. Stay safe, stay strong. Stay alive, stay free, stay informed. We'll see you in the next segment.